Warm-up time. All right, guys. In this warm-up session, I have the camera on the brim of my cap, right in the middle. And I want to emphasize head and eyes. Head and eyes, handlebars, guys.
My soul got the same on my necklace.
Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. And you know this, or at least you should by now. For those of you that are new to this channel, never been here before, just stumbled upon it, here we go. My name's Robert, I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. And on this channel, my goal is to share my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit with you guys, the motorcycle riding community, with a special focus on slow speed motorcycle operation. Guys, that skill is so important. Between 1 and 10 miles per hour, most motorcycle riders are extremely uncomfortable because they don't like the way it makes them feel. The reason they don't like that feeling is because they don't know how to ride the motorcycle slow. So that's why you see people with their feet doing like this, also known as duck walking. That's not how you're supposed to ride a motorcycle. I want people to know that. Okay, I also want people to know that the goal of this channel as well is to raise your confidence. Okay, and I want you to be the boss of your motorcycle. And what I mean by that is I want you to be in 100% control of this motorcycle at slow speeds. I want you to make right turns, left turns, and U-turns, the infamous U-turn, at slow speeds with your feet up on your boards or your pegs with confidence. All right, that's the goal. There's no negativity on this channel. So again, if you hear me use the term duck walking, that's a term that I know you know what it means, but it's never meant to be judgmental or negative. That's not what this channel is about, and it won't be tolerated. So this is a learning environment. That's what this channel is all about. I love you guys. I want you to be safe. I want people that you put on the back of the motorcycle to be safe. So that's why I created this channel. Okay, and we're a family now, Preloaders and V.I.Preloaders. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button, become a preloader, and join this wonderful family. We're growing, and we're knocking down this whole 98 percentile of motorcycle riders that really, quite frankly, don't know how to ride a motorcycle. They know how to get on it, get it up to speed, and then the motorcycle is doing the work. All right, it's important that you guys understand that. All right, but pay attention to what's going on this channel, and slowly but surely, if you go out and practice the exercises that we do out here, I'm guaranteeing you, you're going to be a better motorcycle rider, and in so doing, you're going to be a safer motorcycle rider, and you're going to enjoy riding this thing way more. I say this at the end of every video pretty much. I guarantee that you're going to enjoy riding more. Okay? All right, so come on aboard, guys. All right, we'd love to have you. The more, the merrier, because we need to be, the more motorcycle riders out there that are safe, trust me, it's just going to be a much, much safer and more enjoyable riding community. Okay, so if you're interested in coming out here and practicing with me, I'm in Pooler, Georgia. Go to the description section and go down to where it says practice sessions. It'll tell you everything you need to know. I also know that everybody's not interested in practicing in a group environment. Some people want some one-on-one time. So if you guys are interested in private lessons, I offer that as well. Go to my website and click on where it says private lessons. Follow all of those instructions and we'll get you set up for that as well. On this channel, I also do product reviews. I do product installations on my motorcycles, and anything that I feel is relevant or beneficial to you guys, I'm always going to share that with you. All right, guys? All right, so today I want to welcome you to practice session number 37. Today is Saturday, January 15th. We got 1 through 9 today and a bonus. I have 3 scheduled V.I.Preloaders coming out here to practice with me. And I'm looking forward to it, as I always do. So as of now, I already set up. Guys, I'm already sweating. But I already finished setting up. So I'm going to warm up like I always do, because you got to be warm. And once the V.I.Preloaders get here, we're going to talk to them, and then we're going to get to it. All right, guys, listen, love you guys. I'm going to say it again. If you're in a climate where it's cold and your motorcycle's in hibernation and you have a trailer, or even if you don't, rent a trailer and get your motorcycle down here and come practice, come hang out. Remember, guys, yes, it's about practicing, but it's also about hanging out too, camaraderie. We don't just practice and then, usually we don't just practice and then go our separate ways. We'll go eat, we'll take a ride to Harley Davidson or whatever, okay? All right, guys, I don't want to talk you to death. You know I could do that. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, we got 3 V.I.Preloaders here. We're ready to get started. All right, we're going to start with this gentleman right here. What's your name, sir?
Richard.
Richard, where are you from?
Florida.
Florida's a big state.
Lake City, Florida.
Okay, Rich, how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
After 20-year layoff, about 2 years, going back on 2 years now.
Okay, and you're not new to this practice session?
No.
Okay, and don't you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's called Richard the Return Rider, and it's my journey on getting back into riding motorcycles, guys.
Okay, now, Rich the Return Rider, is more to that. You named that for a reason. What was the reason you named it that?
Well, I named it that because I rode motorcycles back in the mid to late 1990s. I rode mostly sports bikes at the time. I lost a friend of mine to a motorcycle accident, so I sold my motorcycle, and I haven't owned a motorcycle for 20 plus years. But once I started seeing these videos and stuff like that and realized that there's a lot more to riding than what I did in the past or what I thought, it was important for me to share my journey with folks getting back into riding and let them know how important these classes is and that it makes a difference.
Absolutely. And you guys, listen, make sure you check out Rich's channel. Rich, what's your wife's name, Rich?
Lorna.
Lorna. Just awesome. Lorna's the star of this show as far as I'm concerned at this point. You'll know what I'm talking about when you watch the channel. But he's passionate about getting better, being proficient on his motorcycle at slow speeds. And his wife is passionate about it too. As a matter of fact, your wife made you come back here, correct?
Yeah.
And she made him come back here because the first 2 times Rich came here, he was on the M109. And he got a new bike so his wife could be more comfortable. Tell us what you're riding today.
So today I'm riding a 2019 Honda Goldwing manual. This is a bike purchase for my wife. And, again, she's putting the emphasis on me getting a lot more practice with this motorcycle so she can be comfortable and we can both be safe on the motorcycle.
And guys, let me tell you something. He is good on that M109, really good, nice and smooth. He got on this. I always tell you guys the rules don't change, but you still have to get acclimated to the motorcycle and the different feel. And he's good, but he wants to be better. And his wife said, go take a course with Rob. And the guinea pig is here, right?
Yes, my grandson. And it depends on how I do. My grandson might be doing 2 up with me also.
Okay, good. And at any point of the day, if you want to just bring your grandson out and just do a couple of things, that's fine. All right, great to have you back, man.
Man, appreciate it.
Great to have you back.
Thanks.
Hey, Pastor Mike. And guys, listen, the rules don't change. I say that all the time. There's no pressure here. I want him to be comfortable. I want everybody to be comfortable. And if he wants to go out there and do some stuff with his grandson on the back, remember, we're not going to do anything excessive when somebody's on the back of the motorcycle. It doesn't make sense. So does he have to make an 18-foot U-turn with a passenger? No. Is it possible? Of course it is. It's all possible, but you got to be comfortable. Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name's Karm.
Karm, where are you from?
I am from a small town outside of Columbus, Ohio called Galloway.
Small town. What's the population?
Well, I consider it's still Columbus.
Oh, okay.
It's really little, but it's still Columbus.
Okay, and how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
35 plus years.
Okay, and what are you riding today?
This is a 2013 Ultra.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at it. Rich, I'm sorry. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
Maybe a 5.
A 5, okay. 5 is good. I don't have any arguments with the 5. Look at this. A beaded seat. Is that really comfortable?
Not in the cold, it's not. It gets air up under your butt, but yeah, it keeps you from sweating.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
Probably a 5 or less.
Okay, good. All right, we got some winners out here today. Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. And how was the trip here? Was it okay?
Trip was good. We ran into an accident. It cost us an hour delay.
Really?
On the way up.
You weren't in the accident, right?
We were not in the
Okay,
accident.
good. That's good. That's good. That's all I care about. Pass the mic to that young man over there.
Thanks, Karm.
What is your name, sir?
I'm Mike,
Mike, where you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
About 40 years.
And what are you riding today?
2021 Road Glide Limited.
And she looks good. She looks really good. Those are not custom dynamics lights, are they? The signal lights.
They are not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Different
but they still
brand.
look good. Thank you for your service. What branch? I see Army on one side and...
I was in both, the Marines and the Army.
Wow. Thank you for your service twice.
Sure. You're welcome.
Now, Mike told me a story about these Reinhardts, and I'm hoping you're going to keep the Reinhardts now. Like, it should be like...
They let me keep them.
Good, good. That's the least they could do. All right, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
I'm going to give myself a 5 on this bike.
Absolutely. Oh, this is going to be great. All right, man. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you all. We're going to have a ball. All right, guys. So we're getting ready to get started. 1 through 9 and a bonus. The fact that I got all these 5s here, we might be doing that bonus. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Do me a favor, guys. The sidewalk behind you, like Karm, that's your name? Karm, that's your jacket?
Yep.
Okay. Leave your egos on the sidewalk. Okay? This is not a competition. I know a lot of us are competitive by nature, but this is not a competition. You only do what you're comfortable doing. So if there's anything out here you're not comfortable doing, you don't have to do it. No big deal, okay? Also keep in mind, we're in a controlled environment. All right, there is nothing for you to hit except a cone. Unless you've been drinking and you go over here and hit a pole or a tree, there's nothing for you to hit. So when I say head and eyes, handlebars, and keep looking, you'll be fine, okay? All right, everybody good with that? All right, any questions?
Don't have any issues with me recording anything?
No, no issues at all.
Nobody don't have a problem being on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I used to ask that question. Thanks for reminding me. Anybody got a problem being on YouTube? Of course not. All right.
Unless you're videotaping push-ups, because that's not happening.
Well, the thing about the push-ups, so it's only 10. The first practice session was 25. And I knew I had to change that quickly. There was some military guys that said, man, I haven't done these since the military. I was like, I'm not trying to kill anybody. It's just, you know.
I'm a bad shoulder guy, man. I got to do some sit-ups for you.
Yeah. Well, I'll do them for you. Don't worry about it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is exercise number 1. Now, you guys are all V.I.Preloaders. You just became one, so I'll give you some slack. So I'm going to be asking you guys questions and assuming you know the answers. These guys that were just here from Germany, they're V.I.Preloaders. They did horrible. You know, no big deal. Okay, so exercise number 1 is starting and stopping. An exercise that I did not have initially because I didn't think that would be something that was necessary, but it is very necessary. And why is it necessary? Because from 1 to 10 miles per hour, most motorcycle riders, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable because in that speed range, they have to be.
What's that? I'm getting distracted by the RC stuff.
1 to 10 miles per hour in that speed range. Most motorcycle riders don't like that. They don't like the way it feels.
The control.
Because they have to be what?
The boss.
That's right. They have to be the boss of the motorcycle. They're in full control. So that's why you see people duck walking or they'll try to rev the motorcycle quickly to get past that speed range as much as possible. But if you're coming to a stop, there's no way around that. So the only way to deal with it, if you don't know what to do, is to put your feet out. We don't put our feet out today. That's not happening. There's no duck walking out here. So whatever you do, I don't care if you're going from here to here, you're going to do exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 and 2, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but those are the most important exercises, in my opinion, fundamentally, because you cannot avoid them. You have to do them, okay? So exercise number 1 is starting and stopping. You guys are going to go all the way down there. I'm going to be down here. You're going to ride toward me, get up to 2nd gear, and then you're basically just going to slow down, downshift. Of course, you can use the front brake. Now, personally, I don't touch my rear brake unless I'm doing 10 miles per hour or less, roughly. Because above that speed, I may as well just use my front brake. We also need to realize that, can you use your front brake all the way to your stop? Of course you could. If you know what you're doing and you practice a lot, that's not going to be a problem because you already have some muscle memory when uh-oh happens. And we practice for uh-oh. People that don't practice, when uh-oh happens, they panic, they resort to instincts. And our instincts are always wrong on a motorcycle. If you feel yourself falling, your body's just going to instinctively want to do that, when all you need to do is this. But if you don't practice this, you're going to do that. All right? So, as you're riding and you're coming to a stop, rear brake, 10 miles per hour less, something like that. And then when you come to a stop, you know when the motorcycle is going to stop. It's not a surprise to you, so you shouldn't have your feet out way before you're going to stop. The landing gear, as I like to. Paul, I got that from Paul, as a matter of fact. The landing gear, I said, I got to use that, Paul. Nice, easy stop. Now remember, keep in mind, everything we do on our motorcycles, subtle. We don't do anything herky-jerky. If you do something herky-jerky, your motorcycle is going to react herky-jerky. Yes, that even includes emergency braking. We don't do that. Nice, easy, right? Okay. Once you're ready to take off, do you know what preload is?
Yes.
Okay. Preload your throttle and keep it loaded. That's the part that's so important, and keep it loaded. Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone, and as soon, I know we're not going to have a problem with this today, but as soon as you feel that motorcycle start to move, foot up, right? Foot up. So that means the motorcycle shouldn't start to move and you're just going to keep that foot down as long as possible. No. Foot up, because at the end of the day, all of our motorcycles weigh at least 800 pounds. So our feet being on the ground doesn't make an ounce of sense. This is not the Flintstones. We don't need our feet for anything. Just our right foot for the rear brake. We're clear? All right. Any questions? And you guys are going to see, when I tell you this is the bread and butter, exercise 1 and 2, we're going to be doing it all day. And every time I see it, I'm going to say, what are you doing? All right? All right. So you guys can head down there, whatever order you want to go, that's fine. And when I tell you, come toward me. All right, guys, exercise number 1. So Mike's going to go first. Now, Mike actually teaches this. Mike has a pro rider course in Ohio. You were on that front brake the whole time. That's 10 push-ups. Try it again.
You can use the front brake on this one.
No, I said you can't. Actually, you know what? You're going to get a pass because I just remembered you teach this stuff.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Okay, I'll use the rear brake 100%.
All right. Yeah, as I was saying, he teaches this stuff. So he was like, I don't need to use my rear brake the whole time. Okay, he's on the front brake. All right, that's 10 push-ups. You're still on the front brake. Look at you, let it go. Try it again.
Okay, now what? So
When you're getting ready to stop, get off that front brake, rear brake only.
rear brake on.
Yeah, rear brake only.
Okay, all right. I thought you said front brake. Stop with the front brake.
All right, cover that rear brake, cover it. That's how you take off. Preload, good. So it's important that he knows when I say cover the rear brake, I don't mean apply pressure to it. Look at this thing, it's like Knight Rider. Woo! Now he used his rear brake at higher speeds. Remember, you can transition from one to the other.
Yeah, last time I did that, you caught me a little longer on the front brake.
No, you're good, man. All right, do that one more time. Nice preload. See how Mike picks his feet up right away. Perfect, you can park. Hey Mike, park over here. Perfect, Karm, you can park. Perfect. Reload, good. Perfect, man, you can park. That thing is like stealth mode, beautiful. All right, good job. All right, good job, guys. I'm annoyed now that I don't have my limited because it would have been better than this thing. Looking at your motorcycles with tour packs and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, good job. So Mike said, hey, but you said we could use the front brake stopping. And I said,
That's what I thought too.
yeah. I said, can you? Of course. But now again, he teaches this stuff, so he can easily transition between the two. But if you don't always practice this, and we're out here doing this stuff, I guarantee he's not going to be grabbing his front brake while we're doing this. So that's why I want you to be in, we play how we practice. So I want you to really forget about that front brake today, right? It's rear brake only today. This is rear brakeville, right? Okay, but excellent job. Excellent job. Oh, follow the leader is going to be fun today. Damn it, I got the wrong motorcycle out here. All right, it's okay. It's an optics thing. All right, exercise number 2, the slow ride. Again, this exercise to me is so important. Like I said, 1 and 2. In exercise number 1, you came to a smooth stop. And then when you were taking off, like I told Karm was taking off and he had his foot like on the ground. And I said, cover the rear brake. Now, if I say cover the rear brake, it doesn't necessarily mean apply pressure to it. But we're always covering it because if you need to get to it, if you want to now take your foot and go to it, depending on what's going on, you're probably going to go to it quick and you're going to smash it. But if you're already covering it, you can just apply light pressure when you need it, okay? So in exercise number 1, when you go to take off, there's no traffic, so you're just going. First gear, second gear, third gear, whatever. Exercise number 2, when you go to take off, you're going to release the clutch into the friction zone and stay in the friction zone. That's like you're in traffic. So I'm going to be walking beside you as you're riding. The purpose of this exercise is I want you to go slow enough where you feel like I got to put my foot down. But instead of putting your foot down, just go back into the friction zone. All right? We're already preloaded. Now, if you want to stay preloaded the whole time, manipulate the clutch a little bit, use the rear brake to slow you down a little bit, that's fine. Whatever works best for you. All right? We're only doing it a short distance. It's going to be from the front of those cones to the end of these cones. And that's all it's about. You should not be able to go in a straight line. If you can, you're going too fast. And you shouldn't be going faster than I'm walking. Keep your head and your eyes straight ahead the whole time, all right? Yesterday, I think these guys were watching a movie because they kept looking down. No, head and eyes straight ahead, okay? Any questions? All right, head on down there again. All right, guys, exercise number 2. So I'm going to have him ride up to me and stop, because that's 1. And then we go from 1 to 2. All right, that's exercise 1. Now let's do 2. Let's do it. See how his throttle's not too high, not too low. We don't need a lot of power. It just needs to be sufficient. He's got light pressure on the rear brake. His head and his eyes are straight ahead. Nothing herky-jerky. Outstanding, Mike. You can park. So you can see Karm starts with both his feet on the ground. We're going to work on that. All right, ready? All right, let's do it. All right, very good. Head and his eyes are straight ahead. Very good. Good job, Karm. You can park over there. All right, now we got the stealth mobile. Exercise number 1. Excellent. Ready? Let's do it. Excellent. See how steady his throttle is? Head in his eyes straight ahead. Good job. You can park. Mike wanted to go again. Did you want to go again?
No, I didn't know you said I could park.
Yeah, I said you could park. It doesn't matter. Let's do it again. Show him how it's done. Oh yeah, guys. Follow the leader. I think I'm at my match today. All right, you can park, man. Looking good. All right, guys, let me get my bike. So I'm on it when I start talking about exercise number 3. I always forget. All right, so now we did exercise number 2, and you notice that's why I had you come and stop, because that's 1 again. 2, starting. Now, Karm, when you start it like this. I want you to always get in the habit of starting, covering the rear brake first. We're going to go through the steps. This is exercise number 3, trust and believe. Karm, do you trust and believe that as long as you have sufficient power going to your rear wheel, everything's going to be okay? You do as well? And I know you do. Okay, so that's what this exercise is all about. You really have to trust and believe it. And the only way you're going to trust and believe it is you have to practice. So in this exercise, almost like exercise number 2, as soon as you feel a motorcycle, if you feel like you want to put your foot down, just open up the clutch. But this time we're doing it from a standstill. We're not moving. Okay, so there's 5 steps to this exercise. What's always step number 1, Mike, in everything we do out here? See, now the V.I.Preloaders are getting tested. What's always step number 1? And it's not start the engine. That's what somebody told me yesterday.
Okay, I was winding all the way back there. Step number 1 is put in first gear.
Make sure your motorcycle's in first gear. That is step number 1. Now, Rich is riding the Goldwing. For him to make sure, he probably just has to look down. Yes, I'm in first gear. Am I correct? Yes. But we have Harley Davidson, so no, we don't have that luxury. So we have to actually do this, right? So that's the first step. Make sure you're in first gear. Step number 2 is cover the rear brake. Okay, that's usually the first 2 steps. Step number 3 is preload and keep it loaded. Now, other than Rich, we don't have any problem hearing our revs on our engines. It's loud enough. I want you to get comfortable and get used to listening to the engine, because that's always going to tell you if your revs are too low or if they're too high. Now, sometimes when somebody's out here and they're nervous and they're really concentrating, the revs could be 9,000. They don't even hear it, you know? So that's why it's up to us, because this is an each one teach one environment. So if you see something, and definitely that includes you, but that's all of you. If you see something, say something. And that includes to me. I'll never proclaim to know everything. I'm not an expert. Anyway, preloading, keep it loaded. And then step number 4, bring your clutch right before the sweet spot, right before the friction zone. So it's a rectangle. Make sure you're in first gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded, clutch right before the sweet spot. Karm, why are we putting the clutch right before the friction zone?
So it's quicker to hit the friction zone?
Like I said, you get some slack because you just became a V.I.Preloader. Rich, you know why?
Yeah, so that it's a very little movement.
Bingo. Because step number 5 is pick up your left foot. So now the motorcycle's not moving and you have 2 feet on the boards. So as soon as you feel this motorcycle start to fall, just open up your hand. So the reason we're right before it is we don't want to be searching for it. Now, I don't want you in the friction zone either. Sometimes I'll see people's motorcycles moving down like this. They're holding the rear brake. No. I want you out of the friction zone. I just want you to pick up your foot and trust and believe that all you have to do is that, because you're preloaded, so the power's there. Now, often people will ask me certain situations, what do I do if this happens? What do I do if this happens? And my answer is usually, it depends. You know, this whole thing, be the boss of your motorcycle, the reason I came up with that is being the boss is knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So, for instance, yesterday, one of the guys, I said, let the motorcycle fall. I said, open up your hand as soon as you feel it falling. Don't count to 5 Mississippi. Yesterday, he kind of let that motorcycle go over like this. And what did he do? Not only did he open up the clutch, but he also gave it a little bit of throttle. He probably didn't need the throttle, but I would have did the same thing because I just want to make sure I'm okay. All right? But the point is, he's got enough training under him to know this is what I need to do. I just need power back there. I don't need to put my foot out. All right? So that's what this is all about. All right, so let me show you what I want you to do. And the reason why I tell you to cover the rear brake all the time, because the rear brake, the front brake is for stopping on your motorcycle. That's why it's so much power there. Your rear brake is for control. It's going to help you control your motorcycle. So when we're doing anything at slow speeds, the biggest culprit out here is speed, too much speed. And how do we deal with that? Rear brake. So when I do this exercise, I'm going to do it right in front of you, Karm. I'm not worried about hitting you because I'm always under control. All right? So let me make sure I'm in first gear. Cover the rear brake. Preload, keep it loaded. That's all I need. Clutch right before the sweet spot. So I'll take my foot off the brake so I can see where my sweet spot is. All right, there it is. And now, just pick up my foot. That's it. All right, now you saw I gave it a little throttle. because I got a little pucker effect. So somebody asked me, when am I going to get over this feeling of falling, this fear? My answer to them is never. Because falling is not a natural thing for us. You're always going to feel, uh-oh. But the difference is we know what to do when we feel, uh-oh. We're not going to panic and go, oh. We're just going to open up the clutch and go through the motions, right? Any questions? All right, you guys look excited to do this, so let me get out the way. I've never seen so much excitement. So you guys are going to pull up to these cones right here, facing this way, and then we'll get into it. What's step number 1? All right. Covering the rear brake. Preload. Up, don't move. I don't want that motorcycle to move an inch. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. You're moving. You're moving. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Pick up that left foot. Open up the clutch a little bit. You'll be good. Let it go. Let it out. Trust and believe, Karm. Everything's gonna be all right. See his motorcycle moving down? You're in the friction zone. Right before it. Let it out, let it out. Oh, you had it. Just let it out, baby. You're right before the friction zone. Trust and believe, Karm. Let it out, let it out. Let it out. Good. Let's go, Mike.
Didn't you used to teach us bringing both feet up? No?
Always covering the rear brake.
Okay.
Now there were some people that were vertically challenged, and you know you got to do what you got to do. If you can't deal with the motorcycle being on one side, you know you got to kind of do what you got to do. But you cheated me. You're moving. Have an eye, straight ahead, Rich. There we go. There we go. If your motorcycle's falling to the right, it's just gonna go right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Duck walking the motorcycle and a front brake grab. That's 20 push-ups. All right, come on. That's right. That's that's exercise number 1, from there to here. All right. Now the back of your motorcycle was moving down. That means you were in the friction zone. I don't want you in the friction zone. Trust and believe. Preload. Keep it right there. Let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out. You got it, baby. Trust and believe. All right, Mike, don't rip me off this time. Nope, you're moving. The stakes are high for you, man. Expectations are so much higher. No pressure. Preload. 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 Nope, you're moving. Get out of the friction zone. There you go. Pick up your foot while you're out of the friction zone. There you go. Let it out. Woo! All right, copy and paste. That was excellent. Rich got 4 cameras going today. He's not playing. Let it out. There we go. Just let it out. You're going to be fine. When I asked you, do you trust and believe, your answer was absolutely.
I know that it's true. I trust and believe that the answer is right.
There we go. Keep it right there. Pick up that foot, trust and believe. Let it out. There we go. Perfect. Last time, Rich. When you finish with this, Rich, you can go over to exercise number 4. Right turns, left turns. Nice. You guys saw that? He let it out and then it started to fall some more. He just let it out some more, gave it some throttle. All right, that was good. Do the same thing again. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Good. So he's still letting it out slow. So as he's moving, he's still falling. All right, just follow him over there when you're done. Come. All right, guys, we're gonna move to exercise number 4. I'm gonna talk to him about I'm talking about Karm letting the clutch out slow so that the motorcycle is still falling as it's moving forward. We'll talk about it. All right, guys, before I start talking about exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. Exercise number 3. Trust and believe, to me, first 3, bread and butter. So important because, again, like for instance, Karm, when he finally got more comfortable, he wasn't moving at all. He let his clutch out, right? But he let his clutch out so slow that as he's moving forward, his bike is still falling. Remember, power to the rear wheel is what keeps these motorcycles up, all right? If you give power to the rear wheel on the motorcycle, it wants to stand up. It wants to go straight. So, and that was fine. You didn't drop the motorcycle. That's always the key. But remember, the biggest fear that people have on their motorcycles at slow speeds is not hitting something, it's falling. So we want to get rid of that feeling as quick as possible. So if you feel like you're still falling, you're already preloaded, just open up the clutch a little bit more. The more power it gets, it's just going to stand up, all right? All right, but good job. That brings us to exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. And again, all of these exercises, I didn't put this together haphazardly, they all build on one another. So it's supposed to make the next one easier if you apply the techniques. In this exercise, I just did a video on this. I don't know if you guys have seen it. With an updated version of it.
Yes.
Okay.
The low angle.
Yeah, and I had a drone shot.
Parked.
Yeah, okay. Good stuff. And that video is just me demonstrating why I don't want you to lean in this exercise. It's not necessary, okay? This is 7.5 feet, okay? But forget about the distance. Well, first, 3 things. 3 things determine the radius of your turn. We got 3 of you here, so I know we're going to get them. What's one of the things? Determine the radius of your turn. What's going to determine that?
The size of your wheels.
No.
Speed.
Speed. Speed is the #1 contributing factor to people failing out here. And especially in a situation like this, because remember, what did I say? 1 to 10 miles per hour, they're not comfortable. So how do they deal with that? Either duck walk or speed. So if you see people trying to make this turn and they fly out here, what did I just tell you happens when you give power to the rear wheel? It wants to go straight, right? And that's what happens when speed's not the answer here. So yes, speed is #1. What's another thing that determines that?
How much you lean.
That's right, lean. And last, how much you turn your handlebars. Those are the 3 things that are going to determine how much you determine the radius of your turn. So again, if you stop at this line and you go to make a turn, you don't have to turn the handlebars first. You can actually go straight, turn the handlebars, don't have to lean. If you start right here, now you might have to turn the handlebars first, right? Still don't have to lean. But the closer you get, now you're going to have to turn the handlebars, and you can't go straight now. You got to just do exercise number 3. Let it fall, catch it with the clutch. We ain't doing that today, all right? We're not doing that today. But I'm making a point. There are 8 steps in this exercise. The first 4 are the same as over there. What's always #1, Karm?
First gear.
That's right. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. Step number 2, cover the rear brake. So important here because a lot of the times when people are getting ready to go here, man, they are so nervous, and you see they don't even want to pick up this foot. You see the foot going like this, right? And what happens is sometimes people pop their clutch, and that little burst of speed kind of messes, uh-oh. But if you're using that rear brake at the same time, there's the control I was talking to you about. Boom. So you can actually be providing power to the rear wheel and dragging the rear brake at the same time. That's what's going to stabilize the motorcycle and keep it up. Now, a lot of people don't like turning their handlebars at all. Definitely not a full lock. You have an issue with that?
Yep.
Okay. Did you watch my video on that?
I did not.
Okay. When you get a chance, watch that video. I actually did a video on that. And in that video, I demonstrated it first on my mountain bike. And I'm explaining that when we were just doing exercise number 3, if you pick up your foot, your motorcycle is going to start falling almost immediately. But with the wheel turned, I was able to be like this on my mountain bike for a good amount of time. And you'll see on my motorcycle, sometimes if you ever see anybody doing slow speed stuff and they stop, you're never going to see the handlebar straight. It's always going to be turned. It almost creates like a tripod. So your motorcycle is actually more stable with the handlebars turned than it is straight. But straight's everybody's friend because straight means speed, you're going straight. Most motorcycle riders just ride straight. But that's why I say we're not motorcycle riders, we're operators. The riders sit on the back, okay?
I like that, tripod.
Yeah, it's almost like a tripod.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so cover the rear brake. Step number 3, preload, keep it loaded. Step number 4, clutch right before the sweet spot. Step number 5, a new step now, head and eyes. If you're going left, left. If you're going right, right, even with the horizon. Do not molest my cones with your eyes today. Some of you got on shades, but I can tell. All right? Step number 6, you're going to slowly release the clutch into the friction zone while covering that rear brake. Step number 7, as soon as that motorcycle starts to move, pick up your foot. And then step number 8, turn the handlebars. Now, we're not doing exercise number 3 here, although some people do that. You don't need to pick up your foot while the motorcycle is not moving. As soon as you feel it start to move, pick it up. Now, I'll also say this. A lot of the times when people want to make a left turn, we have our right foot covering the rear brake. That means our left foot's on the ground. So if our left foot's on the ground, the motorcycle's already leaned a little bit to the left. Depending on your height, the height of your seat, it could be leaned even more. So when your motorcycle starts to move and you pick this foot up, you're already where you want to be going, right? But what some people do is they pick up their foot like this because, again, they're in that jerky jerk mode. And what am I doing if I do that? Now you're throwing the balance of the motorcycle this way, and that's why you'll see people like, oh. And that's fine. I tell people all the time, we're on 2 wheels. It's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to lose balance. Sometimes you come to a stop because when you guys come stop here, that's exercise number 1, sometimes it's going to be smooth as butter. And then other times, you're going to feel a little certain sort of way. I did a video on that too. What do you do when you're stopping and you feel uneasy? That's right. The friction zone is always the answer, but you're using the rear brake at the same time. Because again, your goal is to stop. So you're not trying to provide power to go. You're providing power for stability. 30% power, 70% rear brake. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, don't throw your weight off. Just pick your foot up. But the other good thing is, sometimes when we're doing stuff out here, you're literally letting the motorcycle fall just a little bit, increments. But you're going to be okay with that because we already did exercise number 3, and you understand everything's going to be okay, friction zone. All right, let me run through it real quick. What I want you guys to do the first time is I want you to go right through. Don't stop. And I don't want you to lean. If you do lean, fine. Remember, if you lean your motorcycle, all that means is you're not feeling comfortable. You want the bike to take over a little bit. The only way you can lean in here, you have to have speed behind you. And we don't want speed. We want you to do this straight up. So that the video that I'm talking about that I did, where I had my truck parked here, that's why I don't want you leaning, because then you're going to clip something straight up. The second time you come through, I want you to stop and then make this turn from a stop. And then the third time you come through, you're going to stop, make the turn, and stop. And I came up with that because some people say, hey, he's right. I feel better with speed. So they would make this turn and they see they're not going to make it and gun the throttle and either just miss these cones or hit them. So I want you to always be in control, okay? And fourthly, I had to add this. The 4th time you come through here, I want you to come through with some speed. I want you to lean to make the turn and come to a stop. I came up with that because somebody told me, a couple of people, I was in a turn, I saw somebody and they panicked, dropped the motorcycle, and now they're mad at the person when it's really their fault because they didn't know what to do. So most people, when they panic, this is what we do. That means you're pulling in the front brake or you're pulling in the clutch. Now you got no power to the rear wheel. You're already in the lean, the motorcycle's gonna fall. So how you deal with that is you make that turn, it's leaning, oh, somebody's there. Go back into the friction zone, rear brake at the same time, motorcycle's gonna stand up, rear brake, stop. You're never touching the front brake. And then we're gonna do the same thing going right. Now I'm gonna move the camera, I'm gonna put it there when we're going this way, so when you guys go home and watch this, you have that vantage point. And lastly, I'll say this, when you make this turn, I want you to envision that this is a double yellow line. And traffic is, if we're going this way, traffic is coming this way. I'm sorry, traffic is coming this way. When we did the Tail of the Dragon, and I went back and watched my video, more than half the people that were with me, we left the parking lot, it was much more room than this. They were way over the double yellow line. And all that means is they need to practice. So I don't want you right on the line when you make this turn. I'm happy if you made it, but everybody's not perfect in their driving. Your wheels could be on past the line, but your handlebars are over the line. So the goal is to really be in the center of this lane. That's the goal. If you're over here, that's fine. Also, when you're doing it from a stop, if you don't feel comfortable here and you want to start right here, that's fine. If you don't feel comfortable here and you want to start over here to make a left turn, I used to tell people all the time, we're not pulling a trailer, so you don't really need to do that. That's fine. I want you to be comfortable, but the more you practice this, the more you're going to realize I don't need to be over here and I don't need to be back there. This is plenty of space for me to do what I need to do. Okay, any questions?
How wide is it?
7.5 feet. 7.5 feet. Ugh. But remember, this is, like I told you guys before, this is not a competition. I don't have any of this stuff set up to where it's a competition. That's why you don't see the cones all tight. No, I want to show you some confinement, but I don't want you to feel claustrophobic either. There's escape routes. Not that you need to escape. That's why these cones are the size they are too. They're tough. They're not going to make your motorcycle fly out if the front wheels, even if you're in the lean, right? And they're not going to blow away with the wind like the ones I initially had. Okay, so first time, straight through. Second time, stop. Third time, stop, stop. Fourth time, come through with speed and stop. And then we'll do it the other way. First gear. Oh, I'm not coming. All right, all right. Straight up. You notice when I'm pulling up, you hear my, or if you didn't notice, you'll hear my throttle all the way until I stop. See, a lot of people, when they pull into a stop, they do it with the motorcycle, with the clutch all the way in. And sometimes, ridiculously, they're in neutral. So if I pull my clutch all the way in when I'm coming to a stop, it's the same as a coin rolling across the table. When you lose the momentum, it's going to start doing this. It's the same thing with your motorcycle. So that's why when people are coming to a stop and they go, it's because they don't have any power to the rear wheel. I'm keeping power in the friction zone, but rear brake at the same time until I stop. Then I pull a clutch in and put my foot down. And that's where, sometimes I don't do that all the time, but if I start feeling, uh-oh, back into the friction zone. All right. First gear, cover the rear brake. Reload, keep it loaded. Clutch right for the sweet spot. Head and eyes. All right, now I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna stop over there. That's right, smile for the camera. Excellent. Oh, I was just about to say, am I in front of your camera? You're okay, you're okay. Just keep it loaded. Easy, Rich, easy. Just go straight through. Just go straight through. Keep it loaded. Stay in the friction zone. Use the rear brake. Straight through it, straight up, Rich. Easy with that rear brake. Easy with it. Straight through. Nice. Straight through. Good. Keep the throttle up. Keep the throttle up. Good, good, good. Now you might be saying, why am I saying good, good? He took out 3 cones. Because this time, he didn't put his foot down. He kept power to the rear wheel. He made the turn. Listen, it's small steps, small increments of progress. And next time he comes through, it'll get better, ideally. And then the next time, a little better. That's what it's all about. But you can see the way he's moving the handlebars and stuff. You know, he's nervous. But we just got here. We're warming up. There we go. Nice and easy on that rear brake. Nice, Mike. Nice and easy. Keep it loaded. Look at my camera. Rich, come to a stop. All right. Look at my camera. You're good, you're good. There we go. Good. Nice. Just go straight through. Head and eyes, look at my camera. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. See, it's already getting better. Already getting better. You can stay on. Okay, so remember, the more speed you introduce, the harder it is to turn your handlebars. So we don't need speed, we just need power to the rear wheel. I need you to trust and believe that it's going to be okay. You're not going to fall as long as you... First of all, excellent job. You might say, what do you mean excellent? I took out 3 cones. Yeah, you took out 3 cones, but you didn't put your foot down. And that's what I don't want you to do. I don't care if you hit the cones. Just don't put your foot down. Once we get past that hurdle, then we'll worry about the rest. And the third time you came through, you only ran over the edges of the cone, so it's already getting better. We just got here. We're warming up. All right? All right, Rich, nice and easy with that rear brake. Look at my camera. You ain't looking at my camera. There we go. There we go, like butter. You can do it however you want. You've done all 3 already. Good. When you come back, if you want to do the fast one and stop, you can do that. Head and eyes, look at my camera. Stop. Put those passenger highway, those passenger footboards, put those up. All right, let's try it again. No, almost. Oh, shoot.
Coming to a stop.
No, not yet. I want to see you do this again. Nice and clean like you did. Look at my camera. It happens. That's a balance thing. I didn't like that cone anyway. Don't worry about it. These cones are tough, man. I'm telling you. Excellent. No duck walking. You go straight through. Don't stop. Now listen to his throttle. Throttle, 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 throttle. Okay, so I can tell you exactly what's happening. Okay, so Karm, this is why I like engines that you can hear. And that's why I like the fact that you're here and you can go back and watch this. As you're approaching this turn, your engine is idling. So that's why it feels so scary when you turn your handlebars, because you don't have anything keeping your bike up. So you're incrementally giving it a little blip. See, throttle blipping, unless that's something you're really accustomed to, it's not good because it makes your motorcycle unsteady. Preloading, keep it loaded. So as you're pulling up, you're going to notice I do the same thing, especially in my U-turns. You're going to hear my throttle up from there all the way through the turn until I'm finished with the turn. So keep your throttle up and steady, about 2,000. And you'll see the difference. And just use the clutch. Obviously you're not out of the friction zone, but just enough where you have some momentum, some power. Not momentum, so you have some power. And if you feel like it's too much, that's where the rear brake comes in. All these things work together. All right, let's do it. Rich, that was good. That was good control. Look at my camera. Wrinkled t-shirt theory. It doesn't look pretty, but it's effective. Excellent. Straight up and down. Not even in the middle of the lane, like a little bit to the left of the lane. Oh, excellent. Straight through. Look at my camera. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Much better. Much better. All right, didn't stop over here. Look at my camera. Okay, good. Excellent, Mike. Let's do that again, straight through. Keep it loaded. Look at my camera. Look at my camera. Good, 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 good. Much better. All right, next time you come through, do it the fast way and then stop. Beautiful, beautiful. Straight through. That's good, good. Look at my camera, keep it loaded, rear brake. Outstanding. All right. Nice, baby, nice. Karm. Come to a stop. Right there. Okay. Same thing. Make sure it's in first gear. Cover the rear brake. Preload and keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. Head and eyes. Slowly release the clutch. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. One more time. Broken clock theory. Copy and paste, Karm. Copy and paste. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. All right, a little too much speed. One more time, Karm. A little slower.
Slower?
One more time, yeah. That was good. The only reason you went wide is the speed. All right, keep it loaded. Head and eyes, turn the handlebars, rear brake. Try it again. All right, last time for Karm. And then we'll move on to the right turns. Trust and believe. Remember, if you feel like you're going to fall, that's the answer. You're good, you're good, you're good. All right. You got to work on it. All right, guys, we're going to do the same thing now. Right turns. Right turns. Let me just move the camera. Straight through, straight through. Keep it loaded. Look at the camera. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Turn the handlebars. Like butter. Straight through. Straight through. Good, good. Turn the handlebars. Rear brake. Turn it. Nope, too much speed. So right there, when Karm felt, uh-oh, he introduced speed. Remember, we don't need speed. We just need power. Remember, Karm, we don't need speed. We need power. Friction zone. Head and eyes. Turn the handlebar. Turn them. Turn them. I was looking at him, guys. Peripheral vision. I saw Mike coming. Straight through. Straight through. Now he might be, Karm might be dealing with the whole right turns thing. There we go. Turn, turn. Good, good. Ah, see? But at the end, speed. What's easier for you, right turns or left turns?
That seems to be the easiest tonight or today, but
Normally. You've been riding how long?
35 years.
For me, my left turns are easier for me.
Yeah, me too.
And I practice all the time, and I just have to face the fact that it's in there now.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, it makes it so that I can never be complacent making right turns, especially tight turns. I have to concentrate on what the hell I'm doing. So when you're making this turn, I want you to concentrate on being consistent. And whatever I'm telling you to do, well, not whatever. When I say look at my camera, consistently look at it. When I say turn the handlebars, keep them turned, because you had that turn really good. Then at the end, you straighten them out, and that's why you hit these last cones. And that's because you introduce speed. Speed's always going to straighten out your handlebar. Remember, we don't need speed, we just need power.
Did I do that by putting the clutch out too far? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much speed.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're going faster, that means you're going more, more clutches being released. Okay. So all you have to do is keep power to that rear wheel. It doesn't have to be power for speed, just power to keep that motorcycle up. All right, let's do it one more time, and then we'll do it from you guys can start doing it from a stop. All right, let's do it. Good, 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 good. All right, all right. Good. Coming along. Very nice. See how his body is like straight up, handlebars turn, head and eyes. Nice, Rich. Straight through. Good, 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 good. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's all we want is progress. You might say, well, how come you're not having Karm stop and you're having them stop? Because I need him to get this part first, because this is the easier part. It doesn't make sense to jump to the more difficult one. Excellent job, Rich. Straight through. There we go, brother. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Mike with the speed, coming to a stop. Beautiful. All right, good. Remember, when you come to a stop after a turn, after you're going that fast, make sure your front wheel is straight. Yeah, okay. Okay. Stop. All right, let's give Karma. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. You're good. You're good. Too much speed. Too much speed. He was good, but he got nervous as he went through it. And he introduced the speed. When you see these last outside cones get hit, that's usually the case. right, remember, just keep it loaded. Don't worry about speed. Head and eyes. Try it again. Good. See, guys, this is why I usually spend a good amount of time on exercise number 4 because it's important. Now that time you didn't have to clutch out enough, that's all. All right, we're gonna have Karm do that one more time and then we're gonna move on to exercise number 5. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 5, single serpentine. But you know what, let me let these guys go through one more time. Do that again, Karm, do it again. That's the last time for you, Rich. Look at me. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Nope. Put my helmet backwards now. That means playtime's over. It's time to get serious. Your bike's on. All right, that's 3. The record is 6. So you know. All right, listen. Excellent job in 4. If you guys haven't noticed already by watching my videos, I usually spend a lot of time on exercise number 4 because it's important. You know, it's really important. And again, that's why I need people to be comfortable. I tell people, don't jump into all this other stuff. Be comfortable with 1. Be comfortable with 2. 2 is important. So, Mike, how do you feel like you did in exercise number 2, the slow ride? I mean, Mike, Karm.
From a 1 to 10 type of thing? Or?
No, just how do you feel good about it? Yeah, I feel good about it too. You did well. But meanwhile, he found a gray area. Ducks don't walk with just one leg, so he got one leg on the floor going like this. So I'll have to tell you, all right, now I have to add something to this. No feet on the ground. So if you're going into that exercise, both feet on the board, that's exercise number 2, okay? I said to myself, what do I say to him? I said, but I think I did say, no feet on the ground, it's an 800-pound motorcycle. And that because those little things help you practice being comfortable moving that motorcycle at slow speeds. Okay? All right. This is exercise number 5, single serpentine. I used to think this was just an exercise to have fun back in the day. But this exercise is very important because you need to be able to maneuver your motorcycle, emergency evasive maneuvers on your motorcycle at slow speeds. Not as slow as we were going over there, but not so fast that you can't turn the handlebars, right? Because we know when we're riding at speed, we turn the handlebars like this, right? That's all you need to do. And if you're doing like right turns and left turns, you're turning like this. Here, I want you guys to be doing not only turning the handlebars, but I want you leaning the motorcycle. I told you over there you didn't have to lean. Now I want you to lean. I'm getting comfortable on the motorcycle leaning, but not going fast. These cones are 15 feet apart. How far do you keep your cones apart?
I start everyone at 18.
18, okay. 15 feet, I split the difference because it was either this or 12. I wasn't gonna do 12. So 15 feet apart, so it's plenty of room. But I don't want you, again, speed is not on your side. Speed is taking away space. Speed is making you have to react to things quicker too. Okay, so I want you to start with your motorcycle. You notice these cones are going straight up the middle. You got a line on this side and a line on that side. I kind of want you to go toward that line. Don't hug the cones. I'll see people go down here like this, just clipping every cone, right? I want you to treat these cones like they're poles. So if your saddlebag goes over it, you hit it. So not a big deal, but again, if I had the higher cones, you'd hit those too. The purpose is not to hit them. So start out wide. If you go out wide, it's going to force you to lean. If you're going too fast, None of this is this is not gonna happen. So again, you don't have to, you're in the friction zone for the most part the whole time. But you can kind of go in and out of the friction zone on this because you have a little bit of momentum with your speed, okay? If you're comfortable doing that, fine. If you want to keep it loaded, stay in the friction zone, use your rear brake, that's fine too. Start out wide. This first turn, you want to be kind of close to this cone, right? And you're already starting your turn for the next one. And again, you want to be closer to this one than this one, because if you get right up on this one, that's going to catch you as you go down. Again, if you're going slow enough, it's no big deal. You can still make it. Like I said, this is not set up as a competition. You'll be fine. And lastly, head and eyes. You guys are going to be coming this way. You should be looking right at my camera or me. I'm going to be standing behind the camera, like zooming in and out on you. Look right at me. You don't have to look down at the cones. Your peripheral vision will pick them up. You'll be fine. Any questions? All right, I'm going to run through it. And then, I was about to say I'm going to run through it so I can show you guys how I want you to do it. And then you guys can do it how the hell you want to do it. No, don't put your feet on the ground, Karm. Straight ahead. All right, you guys can head down there. Now, if you start on the right side, the next time you come down, start on the left side. Now, people are going to look at Mike and go, hey, I'm going to go that fast too. Good. Good. Going out nice and wide. Good, good, good. Very good. Nice, Rich. Good. His head and eyes are straight ahead. Nice, Karm. So Karm just has to make sure when he's turning the handlebars, like see Rich right here, it's got to be, you know, not got to be, but it's going to make it easier if it's fluid. Fluid, nice and easy. Nice, Rich. His handlebars, he's kind of like jerking them. It's herky-jerky. And it's taking up space because you're still moving forward while you're doing that. See how it's like he's turning the handlebars in sections. Just got to get it over, turn it, keep it loaded. Keep that throttle up, keep that throttle up. Try to keep it loaded. Good job. See how his handlebars are turning? They're turning before he gets to where he's gonna go. Nice and fluid. It's a little better. All right, that's it, Mike. Have Karm do it one more time. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, you're idling. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn. All right, guys, so good job on the single serpentine. I was worried that people were going to watch you go through and go, hey, that's how fast I want to go. But they didn't, so that's good. So, Karm.
Okay.
No, okay.
I'm just trying to get used to this and push it a little.
No, you're fine.
Go
You're fine, man. Listen, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's different as far as this skill level. So if you feel more comfortable, yeah, you're going to get into it. So, and that's what I expect. So nothing, you're not doing anything wrong at all.
Okay.
You didn't touch one cone.
I'm just trying
No.
to get used to
No, you're good, man.
what I can do on this.
You're good.
I've been dying to do it.
And you traveled a long way to do it, so
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. Karm, we got to keep it loaded. Most of the time when you're going through this, your engine's idle. And so it's almost like you're fighting the bike. You watch Rich and Mike go through, the handlebars are turning like this. And when you go through, you're turning like this. And that's because there's not enough power. So you're fighting the motorcycle. So just, keep it loaded. Listen to that engine, keep it loaded. All right, any questions so far? Okay, that brings us to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn, where keeping it loaded is vital. All right, that's why we work up to this. So this is 27 feet wide, 3 parking spaces. Are any of you offended by this? Is this too wide? Okay, Karm's laughter lets me know he's not offended by the 27 feet. Okay, none of you guys are going to have a problem with this. For those of you that want to challenge yourselves, this box is 18 feet or less. If you want to try a U-turn in this box, just don't pass this line. Great. Or you can still pass the line and try it. Again, this is not a competition. Totally up to you. And like I said before, you're not boxed in here, so don't worry about it. Okay, when you guys come in here, Karm, I want you to listen to your throttle. Listen to the engine. You're going to come towards this cone. I'm giving you permission to look at this cone. Don't stare at it. When you get here, head and eyes. Look at my camera. Handlebars. Now the good news is nothing in here is excessive. You don't have to lean the motorcycle excessively. You don't have to turn the handlebars a full lock. As long as you're not flying when you get through here, head and eyes, handlebars. Nice and easy. Keep it loaded. Now what I don't want you to do is come through here with speed behind you and make this turn under momentum. I don't want that because again, the motorcycle is doing the work. I want you to be the boss of the motorcycle. That means you should be in the friction zone. I also don't want you to do it straight up. I wanted you to be straight up in exercise number 4. I want you to incorporate some lean here. If you do it the first time, that's fine. But eventually, give me some lean, please. Okay? So, the first time you guys come through here, I just want you to make a U-turn. All right? That's it. The second time, well, when I tell you, because I want you to do the U-turn more than once. The next step is going to be to come in here and stop right here. And just make a U-turn. Head and eyes. I'm not saying you got to do it from a stop. You can move forward first if you want. Make a U-turn. Lastly, I'm going to ask you to do that. Make a U-turn and stop. Again, I want to make sure you're always in control. We're not doing anything crazy, no speed or anything like we were doing in exercise number 4. And then after that, we're going to do the same thing, making right U-turns. Again, speed is not going to be your friend. It's going to take you out wide. A country road is about 24 feet. My goal is people should feel comfortable being able to make a U-turn on a country road. My God, I'm on the highway, not the highway, I'm on a country road. There's an accident, the road's closed, railroad crossing. Man, if I only knew how to make a U-turn here. I don't even want you to think twice about that. U-turn, boom, and just make it, okay? All right, any questions? All right, I'm gonna run through it. Listen to my throttle as I'm approaching. It's gonna stay the same all the way through the U-turn until I'm done. Listen to the throttle. Head and eyes. When I get right here, I can get out of the throttle. But as I'm making that turn, I'm in the throttle. Head and eyes. And then last, you're gonna make a U-turn and come to a stop. Out there. Only if there's no pressure here. Any questions? All right, Karm, you got that excited look like he had at exercise number 3 in his eyes.
I can do this.
You can and you will. I know you can. Rich, the return rider. 3 onboard cameras and a cameraman over here. There's no way you're not going to get footage. So these guys are just going to go straight through. Nice. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right. But you see the same thing with his handlebars? They're like, Karm's handlebars are like, nice, Rich. Nice and smooth. Let me get out of the camera view. Okay, so this is an example of nice, nice, nice. There we go. It's already getting better. Sometimes you can go too slow too. Smooth, smooth. He's looking, I see him, he's looking at that 18 feet. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Okay, okay. There we go. Yeah, he wants it. I know you want it bad, man. I know it. Nice. There we go. Getting better and better. All right, he's going to come to a stop. Woo! Woo! All right. I know you want it. I can feel it. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Good. Beautiful. He wants it. And you can see Rich is not scared to lean that motorcycle over. That's trusting and believing, big time. All right, let's do it. Nice. Nice. After this, right turns. Very nice. That was about 7. Actually, that looked like it was less than 17 feet. I don't blame you, man. You had that thing leaned all the way over, too. Head and eyes, keep it loaded. There we go. There we go. Good job. All right, right turns. Mike's going straight through. All right, very nice. Like butter. All right, we just got to lean a little bit more. So speed is not taking him out wide on those turns. He's not leaning enough, and he doesn't have the handlebars turned enough. Nice. Head and eyes, head and eyes. There we go. Look at my camera. Look at his head and eyes. Perfect. Perfect head and eyes. Perfect. All right, make sure preload, keep it loaded, head and eyes. Turn those handlebars. Keep it loaded, good. Keep it loaded. It's like as soon as his motorcycle started to move, he let the preload out. And as soon as he let the preload out, foot came down. Because that's what I said when we first started this, keeping it loaded is more, this is where it's really important in here. Beautiful. Good, it's good. There you go. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded. I don't know why. As soon as he goes to make the turn, the throttle goes out. But also, his hand is going in close to his body, his throttle hand. So that could have something to do with it too. Which I think is the reason why some people have issues making right turns versus left. Beautiful. Mike looks really good. Not that I'm surprised. So Karm, as soon as you start to move, the preload goes away. That's why you keep putting your foot down, no power. Keep it loaded. Now I do see your hands into your body a little bit. So sometimes that's it, your wrist. Keep it loaded, listen to the engine.
What do you mean by hands in the body?
When you're turning, your hands get closer to your body. That's probably why it's harder to make the right turn than the left. Left turn, your hand is up here, it's free. When you're making a right turn, your wrist is in.
Okay.
So just try to concentrate on keeping it loaded. Load it, more, good, keep it right there. Keep it there. Head and eyes. There we go. Last time, Mike, last time. We're doing that next, figure eight. Hey, Rich. If you do that slower, I think you can make it.
Yeah, the fact that I don't
I know.
have the protection,
I know.
I'm not going to push the limit.
Okay, very good. Beautiful. You can take a break. All right, keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Look at me. Look at me and come to me. Come on. You're good. There we go. Someone put his foot out, but he didn't put it down. Love when I see that, because that's an instinct, and he fought that battle, and he won it. That's what it's all about. Small victories. Do it again. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. I feel like this break was counterproductive because Karm he's cooled off now. We were just warming him up. See? Ah, see, that's why Karm reminds me of somebody. I can't remember who it is now yet, but he reminds me of somebody. I don't know if it's somebody I personally know or somebody on television.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Karm doesn't get excited about anything.
I like the cool kind of guy.
He is. Cool cucumber, man.
All right, guys. Exercise number 7, the figure 8. Now, this exercise is the same width as the U-turn that we just did. So, Karm, I noticed that in the U-turn, again, when you first start the turn, it's almost like you're fighting the motorcycle. So realize that as you're making your turn, every time you do this, you're losing space. Every time. So you got to turn the handlebars and keep them there, right? Now that's going to be relevant here. This is 46 feet long, by the way. So there's plenty of room in here as long as you use the space properly. And if you need all of it, I want you to use all of it. Come through here. I forgot to tell you guys, if you see double cones, that's an entrance and or an exit. Usually it's both. Come in here. Remember, keep it loaded. That's the key. Keep it loaded. Come to this cone. Now, Mike's not going to need all of this room. Rich is not going to need all this room. So if they decide to start their turn here, that's fine. Giving up a lot of space, but they don't need it. But if you need it, use it. Head and eyes. See this green cone, the first one? That's what I want you to look at. And you might go, hey, Rob, but it's behind me. I see it. But even if you don't, just keep moving. You'll see it. There it is. And I want you to use all of this space. Hold this turn. Hold it. Don't do this. Hold it. Hold it. Now, you might get here and go, hey, let me go that way. No. Hold it. I want your figure 8 to look like this. Not like this. Because you're losing space if you go to that corner. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Okay? Head and eyes. Now you're looking at that cone. I know it's in front of you, but that's your goal. Use all the space. Look over your shoulder. I know it doesn't feel comfortable. I get it. But you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. But it's fractions of a second. Don't worry about it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. You keep hearing me say hold it. Remember that, because we're going to be talking about that in the next 2 exercises as well. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. And then you're doing the same thing. Keep it loaded. Don't use too much speed. And realize that if you start your turn early over here, whatever you give up over here, it's going to catch you over there. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that turn's going to be tighter and you're going to have to really lean that motorcycle over. But I like to work smarter, not harder. So hold that turn as long as you can. Your motorcycle should be facing like this almost before you make the next turn. And that's going to make this turn a lot easier to make. All right, so I'm going to run through it. I want you to listen to my throttle. I'm going to use all of the space, but even if I make a U-turn that's tight, the throttle still doesn't change. But what does change is the severity of needing that preload. Because the more you lean the motorcycle, the only thing keeping that thing up is power. You let the power go, it's going to fall. And when you made your U-turns, I was talking to Karm about this, his right turn in particular. He had it preloaded. As soon as he went to turn, you heard his preload go down, and then you saw his foot come out. The foot's coming out because there's no power. No power, while it's leaned, it's going to fall, right? Gravity's calling, but we're not going to answer that today, right? Okay, so just concentrate on keeping it loaded. Now, what Karm also did was he was making the right turn, and his foot went like this, and then it went back on the floorboard. I love seeing that. That's an instinct battle that he won. He won it. He didn't put the foot down. So trust and believe. Head and eyes. Look for that cone. There it is. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Use all the space. Look for it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Transition. And then you go out. Showman's done, Mike. fan out. All right, Rich the return rider on the gold wing. That's right, head and eyes, Rich. There we go, we're good, we're cooking with grease now. Good. Head and eyes, Rich. All right, he's done. And what got him there is speed. Speed, too much speed. But you know, he's still getting... It's all right, don't worry about it. Come on in. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Come on, come on, come on. Transition. Now, like I always say, if Rich wants to... Not Rich. If Karm wants to go back and do the other exercises, he can. No, no, no. Start over, start over, start over, start over. He turned right here. Karm, you got to come all the way over here. You turned right here. You never would have made that. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Look at the green cone, look at the green cone. Come on, come on. Transition. Green cone, look over your shoulder. There we go, come on, look over here. Look at me. Come on, keep coming, keep coming. Transition. Keep it loaded, turn the handlebars. Look at me. You're good, come on, come on, come on. It's coming, baby, it's coming. It's coming. All right, Rich, go a little slower, a little slower. Head and eyes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at your man, Lorna. Look at your man. Look at your man, Lorna. Look at me. Come on, come on, come on. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Transition. Keep it loaded, you're good. Look at me, look at me. Come to me. Come on. Transition. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Transition. Beautiful, Mike, beautiful. Woo, woo. Trust and believe, baby. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that, Lorna? Oh my God, that was a beautiful trust and believe. Oh, he's got you. Not that he'll be doing this with you on the motorcycle, but it's good to know that if he needed to, he's got you. direction. Good, good. Come on, turn those handlebars, lean. I think he's messing with me now. Oh, that's gonna be tight. There we go. Beautiful. So that's a prime example of me saying if you make this turn early, it's going to be tighter over here. Doesn't mean it's impossible. So all he did when he got over here, lean that motorcycle more, lock those handlebars, good to go. All right, that's wide, that's wide. Look at that, still in there, still in there. Oh, that was beautiful. Lorna, see, this is what I'm talking about. That was beautiful. I thought he was done right there. It's okay, that's a good problem to have. Sometimes we get stuck in turns. Nice. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Good. Head and eyes. Keep going, keep going. Come to me. Turn, turn, turn. Keep it loaded. Karm said, what the heck is going on? Outstanding. Definitely not afraid to lean that motorcycle. Very nice. All right, come on, Karm, one more time. Good, good, come to me, come to me.
What do I need? What am I not doing?
That's what I'm about to tell you. Move forward. I got it. All right, you cut it off. It's the cone under the bike.
Oh.
There we go. All right, and it's funny because I was going to stop you anyway. Thank you. When you said when you were leaving, what the hell's going on? I said to myself, well, let me tell him what's going on. Otherwise, it's just going to keep repeating. What the hell? Where'd this cone come from? Oh, this is the side that keeps messing with me. Okay, so we've already identified that your left turns are the stronger turn, right?
Yeah.
So when you come in here and make this U-turn, you're starting your turn here, right? I need you to put your front wheel right here. Turn these handlebars. And head and eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it. The goal is to get you to be about right here. Because now this is a wider turn for you, your weak side. But if you're ending up here, you're not going to make this turn because that's your weak side. So make this turn as tight as you can. Hug these cones. Head and eyes. Make sure you're not going too fast because speed is making it wide too. Right? Hug them. Look, hold it, keep it there, keep your speed down, keep it loaded. So we want you to be in this area, right? Because this is the cone you're going for right here. So I want you to be in front of it. Then transition. Rich I told him it's a good problem to have. It's happened to all of us, well, most of us. He got caught in a turn. That's a damn good problem to have, right? So now what happens what do you do sometimes when that happens? That's one of the examples when I tell people, pull the clutch in. Pull the clutch in, take power away from the rear wheel momentarily. It's going to make it easier to turn because as long as there's power, it wants to go straight. All right, but that's not you.
No, that's not me.
Okay, your bike's on. All right, so what is that, 3? All right, let's try it again. That's 4? Okay,
That's 4.
Mike's keeping count. All right, go out, come back in, let's try that again. But you got to turn those handlebars, and you got to lean. You got to lean, there's no way around that. But I love the fact that he said, what am I not doing? Because if you don't know, what's going to change? Nothing. You're going to keep doing the same thing. It's the definition of insanity. Keep it loaded. It's too low. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right here. Right here. Right here. Oh, you got it? Thanks. Thanks, bud. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes, head and eyes, head and eyes. All right, we're going to move on to the next exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. All right, guys, exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. Remember when I was saying hold it, hold it. Okay, that's relevant here too. Notice how my motorcycle's facing. This is the gate to come in here, and that's the gate I'm going to. So how come I'm not coming this way? I don't want you to come in here and go straight to this gate. So these are 15, well, I don't know about the distance here, but the distance like this is 15 feet, just so you know. But if you come straight to this, and now you want to go to that, this is a much sharper turn, and if you don't really lean the motorcycle, you're going to be all the way out here, and then you still have to make this turn. Now also keep in mind, this is not a competition, but the goal is to stay within the outside white lines. So you don't want to be making this turn all the way over here, right? So here's what I want you to do. This is going to be head and eyes, advanced edition. As soon as you come through this gate, come over here. I want you to go the opposite of where you're going. And I'm not talking about just a little bit. Come all the way over here. Head and eyes. Look at this gate. So now, the further over you go, you're making this turn a lot easier. By the time you get into this gate, you're already going like this versus coming like this. Once you get here, head and eyes, look at the gate you came from. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition, head and eyes. See what I'm doing here? Now I'm approaching this gate. It's not tight. Head and eyes, look at the gate I came from. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition, head and eyes. So your offset serpentine should look like this. Almost like your figure 8, not like this. Can you go right to the next gate? Yeah, you could, but it's just more work. All right, so again, watch your speed. Head and eyes, definitely in here. Head and eyes, handlebars, preload, and keep it loaded. You got to keep it loaded. Now, you have a little bit more momentum here, but at the end of the day, in the figure 8, you had to do transitions a little bit quicker. It's kind of the same here too, because once you make this turn, as soon as you get over here, transition, you got to make another one, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you transition slow, you're losing space, especially if you're going a little bit fast. All right, any questions? So I'm going to run through it the way I just told you, and then coming back, I'm going to go straight to the gates. And it's just always more work. Gotta work smarter, not harder, as they say in Boston. So as soon as I come in here, hold it, hold it, transition. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. Hold it, transition. Hold it, transition. Transition. Now I'm going to go right to the gates. Way more work coming back. Ah, Mike, show him how it's done. Did I hit a cone? Oh my God. Way more work. Thanks, Rich. Thank you. See, not too much speed, nice and easy. Rich is camming up. Yeah, Rich. Mike! Mike! Yeah, Rich. That's nice. Mike, that's my bad. That's my bad. He was trying to save his girl. See, he don't even got the bike up, but he's looking to see if it's scratched. We care about our babies. Good?
Yeah. Good. It's a little straight. It's all right.
All right. Don't worry about that.
Started blipping.
You were blipping? You were throttle blipping?
Yeah. Started throttle blipping.
All right, guys. That's why I don't like throttle blipping. All right, Karm. Show him how it's done. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Transition. Yeah, Karm's gonna have to work on his U-turns. Yeah, work on the U-turns. But at least he tried it. You got to try it. We all have to know our limitations. He'll get there if he keeps practicing. All right, Rich. Now, Rich started, he didn't go out wide, so you see he's approaching these gates kind of straight on, but he leans the motorcycle enough where it's not going to really affect him that much. It is going to make him have to lean more. But he's good. Excellent. Do it starting from down there, Rich. Like butter. Very nice. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 9. I heard somebody say, is this the last one? No, it is not. Exercise number 9, the abominable snowman. All right, guys. Exercise number 9, the abominable snowman. I was just telling these guys I like this exercise because you don't have to go any further than you feel comfortable. So, Rich, don't even think about the top of this snowman. Don't even think about it.
That's 18, right?
That's 18. It's not going to happen. Because that 18 feet is not like an 18-foot U-turn. It's 18 feet all the way around. It's like the keyhole. That's pretty much what it is. So we got 27 feet, 25 feet. The green cones just separate the circles. Because I don't have it all coned in. A couple people came in here and they got lost. So 25, 27, 25, 22, 18. Now, just like I told you in the figure 8, it's even more relevant here. Maybe not so much in this, but that depends on your riding ability. If you start your turn here, it's gonna catch you over there. Not in this circle, it's not that big a deal, but again, that depends on your riding ability. So when you come in this circle, if you're making a left turn, come all the way over here. Bring your wheel right here, and then hug these cones. Now again, you guys are not gonna need to do that in this circle, but it's relevant in all of them. Hug these cones. When you get to the top of this circle, head and eyes, that's when you commit to the turn. All right? Again, not that relevant here. Definitely up there. In the 18-foot circle, if you turn that even early a little bit, it's not going to happen. All right? Go around once, then go into the next circle, go around, next circle, go around, and nobody except Mike is probably going to be in the top of this snowman. Okay? And then when you go back in, go the other way. Okay, so if you guys are just doing the regular snowman, if you start on the left, it's going to end on the left. If you're doing the top, Mike, what's your strength, rights or lefts?
I go better to the left.
Okay, so then my advice is make a right in this circle first, and that way it'll be a left at the top. If you're going to the top, I'm just assuming. I'll run through it quickly.
I'll gladly go to the top. I can't guarantee the outcome of that.
Well, I know you're going. That's all I'm doing. remember, he's got to come all the way to the side. Okay, he's pretty good, pretty good. Not bad at all, Mike, not bad at all. Oh. Whoa, he turned early on that one. Turned too early on that one, Mike. I mean, Rich, too early. Come on, Karm. Karm. Mike is over there warming up for the top of this snowman. I know he is. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Too early, too early. Yeah, you turned right here. You turned right here. You got to come all the way over here. Go all the way over there, all the way over, all the way over. A little early too. You're turning too early, that's all. There we go, so. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Turn the handlebar, turn him, turn him, turn him. Turn him, you gotta lean, you gotta lean. He's trying to do this straight up. You gotta lean the motorcycle. 3 things determine the radius of your turn. Speed, how much you turn the handlebars, and how much you lean the motorcycle. His speed is not a problem. Right here, right here, right here. Nice, Rich. Nice. Very nice, Rich. Very nice. Woo! And he knew, he clipped his cone. He says, I can make that. So he went back around for another trip. And bingo. Very nice. Lorna, look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh, he's coming back again. Oh, very nice. All right, Mike did a little warming up. He's coming back. I'm going to go over and tell him where I want him to put his wheel when he gets over here. Whoa. There we go. Just got to lean it over. He's good. Oh. It's coming. Good control. A lesser rider would have put their foot down there, no doubt about it. All the way over, all the way over. Good. Turn the handlebars. Lean, lean, lean. All right, Karm said he's done for this at least. Rich, the return rider. Check out his channel, guys. Looking good, looking good. Oh, Karm said I'm done, but he's coming back in. V.I.Preloader, baby. Perseverance. Oh, that's it, he's done. Mike's gonna give it another go. Going on the right side? Nah, too early. Too early, too early. So, Mike came in here. You started your turn right here.
Did I?
So you gave up all that space. You're not going to make it. You have to hug these cones until you get right here. Then go for the exit. Try it again. Forget about the other circles. Just come right here.
Okay.
If you want to.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Yeah, my timing's just off enough on this bike that it's
Yeah.
jacking me up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now that time, you started your turn here. You got to come all the way over here. You're starting your turn too early. And then hug them. There we go, now lean it, lean it. Yeah, once you get up there, you got to drop it over. As soon as you get about right here, drop it over. Look at that exit. Too early. Too early. Last time. All right. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the bonus exercise, the maze. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Mike doing it. All right, guys, the maze. It's just going to be me and Mike. The other two guys are over there practicing as they should. All right, Mike, it's just you and me, as I suspected. The maze. Welcome to the maze.
Okay.
All it is a series of 18-foot U-turns or less. If you come in this way, you're making 2 lefts and 1 right. You're going that way, 2 rights and 1 left. That was sloppy. Oh, start on this side. Scoot up on the seat. Scoot up on the seat. Beautiful. And he's going to do even better once he gets more acclimated to that motorcycle and once he changes those handlebars. All right, we're going to move on to follow the leader, which I always enjoy.
felt this good on my own. For one
All right, guys, follow the leader. Always a good time, just always a good time. So I'm just looking at the bikes. We just ended follow the leader in this direction. I say all the time, this Road Glide, in this angle, I like the way it looks. But if I look at it from the front, man, it is butt ugly. That's just the way I feel about Road Glides. I don't like the way they look from the front. From the side, 3/4, much better. Anyway, enough about Blaze. Rich, did you enjoy yourself?
Always, man. Always a pleasure.
And always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for bringing your cameraman. I can't wait to see this video that you put out. It's going to be so. It's going to take him a week to edit.
Oh my God.
All these different cameras.
I'm horrible with editing.
Okay.
That's just so I don't miss anything, you know.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about. Everything that gets recorded doesn't make it.
And he made sure he got the bike dropping and rolling over here.
Ah, par for the course. Okay. What'd you rate yourself when you first came?
5.
Any change in that number?
I still think I'm about a 5.
Okay.
5.5, yeah.
All right. And like I said, at the end of the day, this is about raising your confidence level. You know, getting better. It's not a numbers game. So if he thinks his number is still a 5, that's fine. Some people are going to say it went down. Some people are going to say it went up. All right. But anyway, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
I'm very nice to finally meet Ruby for the first time.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to you coming back up next time. I don't know when that's going to be.
With some crash bars next time, though.
Does it have crash bars?
There's somebody that fabricates them, but that's been the problem, trying to get crash bars for this year Honda Goldwing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass the mic, brother. All right.
Thanks, Rich.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Absolutely. It was worth the trip.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And I could tell Mike is, anytime Mike was riding, if he saw cones, he was dipping in and out of them. That's what happens when I say all the time that once you start getting proficient in this skill, it gets addictive. Like you actually enjoy it. And I love when I hear somebody tell me that they were just struggling, they were ready to get rid of their motorcycle. Now they actually enjoy practicing. Why? Because they have become the boss of the motorcycle and they're no longer intimidated by it. And the more your confidence goes up, now you say, all right, now I want to do this. Now I want to try this. But if you say, I don't want to try any of that stuff, I want you to know that's fine too. Okay? All right. What'd you rate yourself when you first came?
5 on this bike because it's brand new to me.
Okay, any change in that number?
I'd say I'm a 6 now.
Yeah, so would I. Absolutely. And I don't rate people, but you damn sure ain't a 5. So I might even say higher than a 6, but that's me. That's me. But you did outstanding. I don't have any doubts about that. And I usually ask people, will you be back? I'm not going to ask you that because you're not around the corner. But if you're ever in this neck of the woods, please let me know.
I will, and we need a reason to ride the bike. So my wife and I will come down here. I hear it's really nice.
That is awesome.
In the summer, so.
And if you want to do this 2-up with your wife on it, you know, I'll talk to my wife and we can do that together. If she, I only get 4 times a year out of her, so.
Yeah.
I'll use one of them for that.
Can I say anything about what I do?
Oh, absolutely.
Up in Columbus?
Please.
Is that okay?
Please do.
So I'm doing what you're doing in Columbus. It's called ProRider.
Yeah.
So I have a website, ProRiderColumbus.com, and I have some videos out there.
You have a YouTube channel?
I do not. I have the videos on my website. I don't have the bravery or the technical knowledge to do YouTube. Check out the website, please, if you're in the Columbus area. I'm on Facebook, ProRider Columbus. I love learning together with people, like we talked about earlier, Robert. I learn something new with everyone I ride with, everyone I train with. So please come out. Robert, thank you a million times over. Since the day you started this, I was like, I got to get down there. You're a veteran rider, a veteran instructor. Thank you for your service to our great nation as a police motor officer and a police officer, keeping us safe. And I'm just so glad and blessed that I was able to come here with a very good friend of mine.
Thank you very much.
We had a great time. Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming out here. Now I'm going to correct something that Mike said. I mean, I don't know. What qualifies somebody as a veteran of anything? Assuming you have to be doing it for a certain amount of time, right?
If I believe it's a personal assessment, I believe you're a veteran compared to me based on my experience and what I've witnessed of your experience.
Okay. All right.
So,
but I want everybody to know I am not a veteran instructor. I started this YouTube channel last year. And even from the first video, I really didn't know what I was going to do with it. So, but I appreciate that. I take that as a huge compliment.
Absolutely.
All right. to the man of the hour.
Oh, the hour?
Yes, the hour. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, absolutely, Robert. This was an awesome, awesome time.
Good.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And I've been following a lot of your stuff. I haven't followed all of it.
Okay. And I don't expect people to, I mean, there are some people out there that they binge watching, and once you get caught in that,
Yeah.
you're caught in it. But the thing I love is somebody will watch a video and pause and go out and come back. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Some people are watching it now for the first time and they're annoyed because they can't go out because it's snowing outside. But I always tell people, at least engage your mind, and then when you can ride again, you got a little leg up. What'd you rate yourself when you first came?
A 5. That was not right. I'm probably not even a 5 now, but I know I'm better than I was when I started here today.
Beautiful. And you hear what Karm said? That's always the goal. The goal is to leave here better than you arrived. And it doesn't have to be astronomical numbers. It could be a fraction of a second. But that's how this has to be grown. You have to build confidence in these. That whole trust and belief thing, like any trust, it has to be built, right? And I can guarantee watching Karm from where he started to where he is now, already better. Now, we have to keep going, though. Just keep practicing.
Practicing is
I don't know if you could do that in your neck of the woods as far as weather's concerned, but...
Not this month.
Yeah, not this month. But as long as you're going to get back on and keep practicing, great.
Yep.
Listen, pleasure to meet all of you guys. I appreciate you traveling this distance. And like I said before, the issues we have with the motors, we were going to make this happen one way or another. And you didn't notice, but if we were, you said something about going to Harley. No, we were going to go get one of my motorcycles before we did that. All right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, of course. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us here. All right, guys. Perfect timing because I just checked my phone and the battery is in the red. This is the reason why I like to do my recording with my smartphone, my iPhone, because it's always going to be better than a GoPro for what I do. If you have it mounted to a motorcycle or your helmet, clearly a GoPro is going to be better. But when it comes to recording anything like this or anything where you could just put the camera down or on the tripod, nothing's going to beat your smartphone. It has a better picture. It has better zoom capabilities. It has better storage. It has, it's just a much better thing to use. So anyway, guys, once again, had a blast. I want to again acknowledge and thank Mike and Karm. Came all the way here from Ohio. Now, we actually started class late today, or the practice session. We started this late today because unbeknownst to you guys, Mike forgot about the fact he just bought this motorcycle. It's brand new to him, and he didn't realize it had transport mode. So, of course, by the time he got here, his battery's dead. And the jump packs weren't working. He called me up, and he told me, sorry, man, I apologize. I didn't know about the transport mode. Battery's dead. My jumper won't start it, and they didn't have cables. So, and this was about 9:45. The class was supposed to start at 10. So I told Rich, I'll be back. I went home. I got my jump pack, which again, I don't know why I didn't have it in my truck. And I got some cables too, because I told him worst case scenario, we're gonna have to jump your bike from the car because it might have to sit on it for a little while. To make a long story longer, I finally got to him, used my jump pack, used Rich's jump pack. None of that was working. The battery was just depleted. So hooked it up to the car, let it sit for a little while. Motorcycle started. We made it here. So the whole no driver gets left behind. That's a far distance to travel to come here to practice and to not be able to practice. So like I told him, even if we didn't get his bike started, we would have got home and got one of mine so that he can ride it. All right? And that's what this is all about. I tell you guys all the time, you're my family. I love you guys. All right? I'm always going to take care of you guys. And I know you guys take care of me. For those of you that love my channel as well, and you also enjoy taking care of me, as far as supporting this channel, please, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, and that's how you show your support for me. If you're interested in becoming a V.I.Preloader, that's another way of supporting the channel. All right, you can go into the description section. It'll tell you how you can do that as well. It's a short video. You can watch that. And if you're not ready to join right away, but you just want more information on it, that video is going to help you out with that as well. But that's going to do it here. The guys are pretty much almost finished picking up the cones. I always appreciate them doing that. I never asked them to do it. It's not a requirement, but they take care of it for me, and I appreciate it. I notice anything that you guys can be doing with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend a little bit of it with me, that's always appreciated. Spend more time being thankful for the things that you have, guys, and less time complaining about the things that you don't. I want to acknowledge my brothers and sisters in blue. Guys, please be careful out there. Know that you're appreciated. Special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit, particularly Highway 1, because that's where I worked, and the Highway District. That's where the school is, the motorcycle school. That's what taught me how to ride these motorcycles the way I ride them. But as I always tell you guys, this is a perishable skill, all right? That didn't end it for me. As a matter of fact, I'm a much better rider now than I was then. And that's because I took what they taught me and kept building on it, all right? So that's what you have to do, guys. Please, practice, practice, practice. Watch these videos, guys. Don't skim through them, watch them. Watch other people's videos too, because it's always good to get your information from a bunch of different sources, all right? Watch the videos, but you have to practice. There's no way around that. Keep it loaded, guys, please. Please, right? I beg of you. Practice, 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 preload and keep it loaded, and then practice some more, guys, because practice breeds confidence. And a confident rider is not only a safer rider, it's a rider that's going to enjoy riding their motorcycle way more, guys. I'm guaranteeing that, or your money back, even though you're not paying for this. Until next time, guys.